Hello, everybody. I will do my best to live to that introduction. You know, it's not always easy to do that. So this session is going to be a little bit different from some of the other sessions you've seen. I know there's a lot of questions about kind of the theory versus reality. So I'm going to delve into the real world of FinTech. You know, it's a bit of a new buzzword, but what is FinTech? Financial technology, it can be solving problems and all of these things. But what I want to go into is, I want to give you some wise quotes from individuals. But with that to do, what I first want to do is, let me give you a little bit of background about myself. So you could either say that I've been very lucky or unlucky, but I've been involved in certain projects around the world. I was involved in launching the first ever contactless card in Germany. This was at a time when there was hardly any shops that accepted contactless payments. And I remember when we first launched it, we would actually drive to I think it was a Burger King somewhere near Hamburg to go and test that the cards actually work. Also, I worked with TfL. Those of you may know London, Transport for London. It was the opening up of cards to use on the underground. Now, this might sound like an isolated case for London, but this actually was the blueprint to launch these products around the world, whether it was in Thailand, Singapore, and it was using existing infrastructure and opening it up to use with open cards. The other thing that I did do, which was quite interesting, was that we launched the first ever app-controlled NFC device on an iPhone, and this is going to probably show my age. This was on iPhone 3, right? So the way it worked was that there was a case that went on top of an iPhone. Inside the case, you would put a micro SD, and the micro SD acted as an antenna. So of course, there was people that would put a sticker on the back of the phone and say, hey, it works. This was truly a solution that kind of was the front runner for when Apple Pay and Google Pay were launched. I kind of call these type of technologies bridging technologies. They're almost a temporary solution until the final solution comes. You could argue that an iPod is a bridging technology to ultimately having everything in one place, like your phone or something. I know Mitra talked about the watch. This was quite an interesting one. It was an analog watch where you would put a SIM card in, and the SIM card would connect to an antenna within the phone case and basically make